like they got the idea from petitions when they felt like it to do something. Like, oh, there's a petition to ban guns. Yes, we'll follow that. We'll try to implement that. Or there's a petition to shut down power plants. Or there's a petition to, you know, teach every religion but Christianity in school. We'll be sure and do that. There's a petition to support Michelle telling your kids what to eat. But, oh, there's a petition to deport Piers Morgan because he's involved as a foreign power trying to destroy our Bill of Rights. We're going to ignore that, or we're going to say it's not serious. Well, now they'll just remove it because we use it as a bully pulpit to show how they're not doing their job. Of course, nowhere in the First Amendment does it state citizens can only petition the government for a redress of grievance if they accept terms and conditions written by the White House. Good job, Kit Daniels, making that point. So by removing the petition, it appears the Obama administration is more interested in controlling the narrative surrounding the Ebola pandemic than actually stopping the disease. For one thing, Obama refuses to ban travel from Ebola-struck African countries, despite Marine General John Kelly warning the outbreak in Africa could lead to mass migration into the U.S. of those infected with Ebola seeking treatment. Well, they didn't like the fact that was on our petition. It was that our petition was so hard-hitting, so common sense, so bibliographed. So you just had all the proof in the pudding. That's why they call us conspiracy theorists, because they can't argue with us. Oh, here's a BBC News clip, and here's the links to South African News and the biggest African newspaper with virologists saying they believe this is man-made. A white virologist, by the way. They're always like, oh, that's just a black scientist. We don't need to listen to them. You know, we're liberals, but, I mean, African scientists saying our government would do something? I mean, they've just been caught hundreds of times in major projects, in tetanus shots and other things, sterilizing African women, or the UN caught giving them HIV and vaccines. That even came out in the BBC years ago. They said it was an accident, though. So, I mean, imagine the Africans not trusting the West and Bill and Melinda Gates that openly talk about how they want to reduce population. I mean, what's wrong with them? They should be more trusting, shouldn't they? Well, our leaders over here are controlled. I don't care what color they are. But in Africa, they're not. They'll go out and tell the truth in many cases. And it just goes on to show how they banned that. And, of course, what did CNN, MSNBC, Media Matters? We were literally rated thousands of percentage points above Media Matters. Thousands and thousands. Thousands as well above MSNBC.com. And the rest are just rising. You know, bigger than Breitbart, WorldNet Daily, all of it. But Breitbart, WorldNet Daily, Drudge Report, Drudge, of course, many, many times, probably 50 times bigger than us on total visits. But the point is they banned him as well. They just basically showed Alexa last week nosediving. Every socialist or communist or globalist site skyrocketing. Every site that isn't completely, you know, socialist. I mean, there's even mild sites like Breitbart that they just basically said don't exist anymore. Well, here's the deal. Our advertisers know they get big responses, and Alexa's internal algorithm that you can subscribe to shows we're exploding. But for the public, they put out that we have basically no visitors now. Of course, internally, Media Matters and MSNBC are imploding right now. So you can go subscribe for pennies, you know, and basically look at Alexa and see their internal numbers. It doesn't matter, though. For everybody else, it's just we don't exist. They announced we don't exist. They announced that we have no viewers or listeners. And so they are God, according to Karl Rove. Remember, under Bush, he told the New York Times they control reality. They are history's actors. And when government makes an announcement, they could claim that England doesn't exist next week, and they would say that was the truth, or that 2 + 2 = 5. They may suspend the laws of gravity. Gravity will still be there, but their acolytes will follow it. So this is a cult. These people are a cult of weirdos who basically get their free paychecks and their free government and corporate jobs and just sit around all day as they defraud everyone and as the economy collapses and as they parasitically shut down the economy they don't control greedily and kill the golden goose. And we sit here and say our kids belong to us and we have a right to defend ourselves and we have a right to petition and we have a... No, you don't. You don't exist. You're a conspiracy theorist. That's our label. Everything you say doesn't matter. Well, the badge of deranged or right-wing or extreme or conspiracy theorist or dangerous is a badge of honor. And so being demonized by you ne'er-do-wells and by you camp followers and by you establishment lackey, sycophant, phony intellectual, grand-fallooning, butt-headed morons is the great certification of victory. So continue to heap the medals upon my chest as we begin to wake up more people. See how delusional you are? You certify us.
My Magic Mud is a tooth whitening powder that removes plaque and detoxifies your mouth. It's safe for your enamel, giving you a beautiful polish and a dentist-like clean after every use. My Magic Mud is also the perfect remedy for pain caused by sensitivity. It strengthens your teeth and gums for a strong, healthy smile. The ingredients are 100% natural and it's safe for children. Simply brush with My Magic Mud right before bedtime for a cleaning you can count on. Visit mymagicmud.com.
Digestive health is key to wellness, and Pro-EM1 is the key to digestive health. Pro-EM1 is a daily liquid probiotic that improves food absorption and supports weight loss by removing toxins from your system. Recommended by doctors, Pro-EM1 is 100% natural, organic, non-GMO, wheat, soy, gluten, and dairy-free. Call us today at 888-611-8025 or visit ProEM1.com to save over $25 on your order. That's 888-611-8025 or PROEM1.com.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Hi, folks. Alex Jones here with some important information. I want to tell you about Matt Redhawk and his team of patriots over at My Patriot Supply. Several years ago, Matt was sitting in his two-bedroom apartment, frustrated with the direction this country was headed and the charlatans willing to sell us out for a quick buck. Deciding to take action, a company run by patriots for patriots was born. My Patriot Supply has never taken a loan or accepted outside funding. They now operate 2 distribution facilities and employ over 50 hardworking American men and women. It is rare to find companies who practice what they preach. And that's why I stock my pantry with high-quality storable foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to mypatriotsupply.com/Alex today for special offers on emergency food storage, or call their preparedness specialist at 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Do business with someone who shares your values. mypatriotsupply.com/Alex.
Mike Stenerson for Midas Resources. At no time in history have precious metals been more important, certainly not in my 22 years in the industry. The dollar has lost over 90% of its value in the last 60 years. No fiat currency has ever survived the government printing presses. Ours is not immune. The time is now to be proactive. 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Anything tied to the dollar is at risk. CDs, annuities, 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, you name it, so decide. Do you want to leave a legacy of wealth or debt for your family? The choice is yours. Call me at 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Be proactive, not reactive. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 116.
Alex Jones here, back live. Pentagon says Ebola strike team does not violate Posse Comitatus. Military argues Posse Comitatus is just irrelevant and dangerous. Well, I'm not against the military responding to Ebola, but saying it's irrelevant and dangerous is outrageous, and it's basically been overturned. And that is a big issue, and the military is concerned with it themselves. That's coming up. We're going to continue with your calls here, start going to those in a minute. Also, we have a report by John Bound about the World Health Organization admitting that 12% of people incubated for 42 days, not 21, so that's double. And they can live 70 days in sperm. This is a big deal. So that's coming up right before we talk to Wayne Madsen. Then after Madsen's gone, next hour, I'll get to everybody. Red Diamond. You're on the air from Texas. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. You know, I'm such a racist. I have a flag on my porch. You know, the flag has 13 stripes, 7 red and 6 white. And there's 50 stars on the flag. I look at it every day, and I think about the states. And as far as I'm concerned, I think the states need to, you know, kind of step in and make sure this government of ours that's out of hand doesn't get out of hand. What can we do to pressure our representatives to kind of, you know, make sure that stuff doesn't get out of hand?
Rick Perry could send the state police in to look at manifestos of major airports that have West Africans coming in off connections and do the screening right there, just as a stunt to basically point out the feds aren't doing their job. There's stuff you can do like that, or the governors could call Obama out, which Rick Perry's finally done, but he should do it at a press conference and say, look, it's your job, the Fed's job, to keep contagions, enemies foreign and domestic, from getting into the country. This is a federal job to keep contagions out with the Coast Guard and with the Navy and at the ports of entry, which means airports as well under common law and under the Constitution. So that's what they need to do. But again, it's sending Ebola patients to regular hospitals. That's a no-no. Why'd they do that? Why are they doing all these things? Because they want it to spread. Good points. Good to hear from you. John in Canada, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hello, Alex.
Hey, brother.
First off, I'd like to tell you how pleased I am with a Crystal Quest shower head that I purchased a year ago. Showers feel good.
Well, thank you. Yes, we do. We do sell shower heads, very inexpensive, high quality, that cut out a lot of the fluoride and other things in your showers. It's what I use for my children in my home. But thank you. We basically sell whatever I use and like whenever I think's good. It doesn't mean I always have all the answers, but that's the kind of products we sell. Go ahead. Sorry.
I've got another order coming up through your store shortly. But I want to discuss freedom of speech. I posted your petition to the White House by way of a comment to another website on Facebook.
Yes, sir.
And I challenged all the other contributors to the commentary columns to participate. And I even included a letter to a specific individual whom you know. I won't name him unless you ask me to. And when I woke up earlier this morning, it was all gone, and I'm barred from that Facebook page, and I think that's very hypocritical.
Did Facebook bar you, or did the person's page bar you?
I can't say for sure, but I have contacted the administrators of the page, and I'm not getting any reply.
Well, I'll tell you what happens. Every time something starts going viral, they block it. The White House took our petition down. They put it up Friday. I looked at it Friday night and had like 10,000 signatures. I don't know what it had by yesterday afternoon when we got emails. It was down. And they said, we took it down because we don't agree with it, basically. It violates our terms of service. They don't say specifically what it was, that we dare lobby to keep something out of the country that kills 70% of people. AP reports other African countries banned flights and blocked their borders 2 months ago. But we can't do it. Africans can do the common sense thing, but we can't. And it just shows how they flaunt this in our face. Thank you for the information, John, and thank you for the support. Let's talk to Eddie in New York. You're on the air, Eddie. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I wanted to speak about the Ebola situation.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying that, especially with the tyranny and stuff that's going on, they're attacking us on all fronts right now. This is a full frontal assault. They can attack us through this Ebola with the medical tyranny. They're attacking us through our borders. They're attacking us with ISIS on the other side of the world. They have us surrounded. And
that's right. The globalists are pulling out all the stops. And I think this is only the beginning. What do you think the next shoe to drop is going to be?
I really don't know. You know, you don't really get all the pieces of the puzzle. We kind of have to sit there and watch what they do and predict what's going to come next. But I feel the reason why they have this all set up, so this way, if they can use any one of these crises to take away our rights, they have it all set up so this way, if they want to go through the Ebola, they want to use the border.
I agree with you. Don't hang up. I'm going to go to you with Wayne Madsen, and you can make this point, expand on it, and get his take coming up. I'll go to you coming up, Eddie. Don't hang up. And then Lona, Daniel, Charlie, and many others. Stay with us. We'll be right back. 800-25-99231.
We're on the march.